Hey, yo, listen, bro. Listen, bro. It is time for another episode of Behind the Brakes. Today's episode is on my new pack, Left Field Drum Brakes Volume 6. If you don't know, the pinky is the 6 code for church musicians. So, Left Field Drum Brakes Volume 6, this is going to be part 1 of 5. So I'm taking 5 whole days to make 50 drum brakes for my brand new sample pack, Left Field Drum Brakes Volume 6. Listen, man, I used to make these drum brakes back in 2019. That's when I started. And back then, there was no rules, no themes. I had nobody to answer to. I wasn't paying attention to what anybody wanted but me. And the shit panned out for me like that. So that's why I'm spinning back around and I'm doing another Left Field Drum Brakes Volume 6. There's no theme, there's no title, there's no rules. There are some drums though, all right? So let's get to it. So today is the Japanese no-name kit, the green joints, or the turquoise, I guess you can call them turquoise. I got a Ludwig rocker snare up, and I got my old no-name hi-hats from the 60s up here. Check these out. They're fuzzy. So today is this kit. Tomorrow is a different kit. I'm making 10 breaks a day, all right? 50. Amazing, man. So check this out. So the break that I'm playing right now is going to be centered around an actual old soul sample. So it's not necessarily a giant sounding crazy hip hop drum break. I really wanted to sound like it came from like an old Temptations record or an old, even like a later on Teddy Pendergrass T.O.P. type of sound, all right? So with that being said, playing in the center of the snare drum, and I have the Biodynamic M160 really catching a whole lot of the bottom snare wires. I'm going to catch some of the kick too, all right? Playing the ride cymbal, the 22 Renaissance ride, not like a crash, only like this. All right, think TSOP vibes, The Sound of Philadelphia. You know the records. Look it up, The Sound of Philadelphia. You know those records, I guarantee it. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Left Field Drum Brakes Volume 6, and we got action, boss. Yeah! You can just hear the falsetto over it. That TSOP plate reverb on there, man. Listen to the groove chain. Ow, girl. Sound like periwinkle suits with the little ruffles up top. First things first, you gotta A-B the tape. So right now I'm just monitoring the source, not the tape. So the tape is running, but I'm not actually recording through it. I'm just monitoring through the preamps, all right? Check it out. Here's without the tape. And now here's with the tape. That should really be the end of the episode right there. But So the first thing you probably noticed about the break is that gorgeous reverb. So for that reverb, I have a couple of the different mics. By the way, my room mic, I'm not using the Periscope mic for this break because TSOP Records, one, maybe didn't even have a room mic, and two, they definitely didn't have the Periscope mic with a built-in compressor into it that's made of copper, so don't worry about that noise you just heard. They didn't have that kind of mic, so they actually, what I did today, hold on a second. What I did today is I took an AKG D190ES and put it on the floor, all right? Let me plug that back in before I forget about it. I'm kind of just using that as a trash mic, all right? So I have that mic and like the hi-hats and a little bit of the stereo overhead running to my reverb bus. My reverb bus has, ladies and gentlemen, the Arturia Rev Plate 140, all right? So check this out. I'm gonna mute the reverb bus while I play the break. Here we go. And now it sounds all right. It sounds all right, but check it out with the reverb bus back on. Peep this. So there is a pretty obvious difference right there. Now, if you open up the Arturia Rev Plate 140, it has this little advanced tab. A lot of the plugins in their effects bundle have an advanced tab. So if you open up the advanced tab, you get all these other controls other than just how much reverb you're adding. You get a pre-delay and you get a post-equalizer section. So the pre-delay is really what's giving the reverb that groove. I talk about this in episodes of Behind the Breaks all the time. The reverb of a drum break can be part of the groove. So check it out. Let me memorize where I have it. I have it at 111 milliseconds. All right. I'm going to turn the pre-delay down to 0. Check out what the break sounds like with the reverb pre-delay all the way down at 0 now. Peep this. You hear the reverb, but it's not as prominent. You turn it all the way up to where I had it at 111 milliseconds. Check out the groove now. So you turn up that pre-delay on any of your reverbs and you get it far away enough from what it's catching. In this case, it's catching a lot of the snare drum and the hi-hat. You get that pre-delay far away enough from the actual hits of the drums, and the reverb actually becomes part of the groove. Can you? Y'all, one of my new favorite toys in the Sound Toys bundle, shout out to Sound Toys. One of my new favorite toys, pun intended, is actually the SIEQ. So it's a very, very, very dangerous EQ. I say dangerous because this thing, like, you can get really overboard with it really quickly, which is why if you see down there, the knobs are like just a little bit tweaked, all right? So check this out. It's on the master channel. It's after the tape. Check out the break without the SIEQ. Now check out the break with just a little bit of drive, a little bit of the lows, and a tiny bit of mids added. I'm not even adding any treble with this EQ plugin. You just get that little bit of presence with only a couple dBs of drive with this plugin. It's very, very, very undiscreet because you can get real freaked out real quick with these knobs. But the SIEQ for my master channel, I'm loving that by Sound. Just to be clear, you're going to get the raw stems with this pack as well. A lot of my packs come with the raw stems, and Left Field Drum Breaks Volume 6 is going to be no different. This one's also going to have the drum fills separated with some bonus melodic compositions. But the raw stems, they sound like this. So we went from this and we literally turned it into this. I named this break Ow Girl. I named this break Ow Girl because when you hear an old 70s R&B song, you hear the singer do this. Ow Girl. Yo, I am an idiot. All right, man, look, that is going to wrap it up for me on this episode of Behind the Breaks. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all for your support. I am free with this drum break pack, man. I am absolutely, there's no rules. This pack is going to be one of the most diverse ones that I've ever put out because I'm literally just taking it day by day, break by break, kit by kit. I'm just doing whatever I want in a big old batch of 50, just like I used to do back in 2019. I've been doing a lot of reflecting lately, and I know that I literally wouldn't be here without y'all, but it's really been hitting hard lately that I would not be here without y'all. So I cannot thank y'all enough for tuning in, for copping these packs. I just appreciate the shit out of y'all, man. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time I do an episode of Behind the Breaks, which is probably tomorrow. Peace.